Tell me when. Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Well,
Hello.
hey there. Go ahead.
Oh, I did. It's a glitchy. Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Clark.
And I'm Elka Clark, and welcome to another live impromptu session about us as our love for Zazzle, our print-on-demand platform that we've used for so many years we don't want to even count, but it's been really successful for us. And we have helped our clients, our coaching clients, do the same in terms of doing well on the Zazzle platform. And we want to come on here today to tell you about our client success, because a lot of people tell us, well, first of all, there's not a lot of information out there on the platform about the platform and people's success on the platform. Usually it's people that are saying that they are not making money on the platform, and we beg to differ. We have helped our clients make a lot of money on the platform. In fact, $80 million in the last 8 months of sales has been attributed to our coaching program, our one-on-one coaching, and our masterminds for people who want to make money on the Zazzle platform. So that's what we want to talk about today. I'm so excited that the two of us are here to be able to just chat about this and give you some perspective. We have been coaching since 2017. The reason we started coaching was because the Zazzle coaching specifically was because we ourselves earned a lot of money on the Zazzle platform, and people kept asking us how we did it. And so I developed a very simple course initially, which no longer is in existence, because when people liked that course, they said they wanted more, and then they wanted more, and then all of a sudden they wanted to learn how to make six figures in earnings every year on the platform Zazzle. And so that's what we've done. And now for the last since 2017, so what is that, 8 or 7 years? I'm almost confused now. I think we're almost at full 7 years of coaching. We've helped our clients sell over $160 million worth on the Zazzle platform. Now, this number is only from the people that we actually got information from as to where they are in their earnings, which is about 50% of the people that have gone through our training. So there actually could be double, right? We never want to state any earnings that we don't know about. So we're always just reporting the ones we actually have confirmed and know about. And they're usually underestimates, because we're only basing it on their badge, unless their Zazzle badge, unless we have been told specifically what people make, right? So everything that you hear us talk about in terms of earnings or sales that our clients have made is pretty much almost like an underestimate if you look at the combined group. And so that's the thing that's so amazing, because 160 million is still not a number to laugh at. It's actually pretty darn good, considering these people who became our clients really didn't know how to use the Zazzle platform. They either were new and didn't know anything and they started from zero, or they'd been on the Zazzle platform for years and never actually made more than a few $100s each year, if that. And so the fact that they're now earning, some of them are earning 5 figures, some of them are earning 6 figures. Not everybody's doing, that amount, because everyone's at a different level. They've, started at certain different times during the times that we've started coaching them, obviously. But the ones that have done the work, implemented our 5 strategies, which is our proven plan for the Zazzle platform very specifically, even though you can then transfer that business model to other print-on-demand companies that are in existence. But Zazzle's so simple, right? You don't have to do half the stuff that you would normally do on any of the other print-on-demand platforms like Shopify, Printful, Printify, Etsy, like Amazon, whatever. And so we want to get the word out that Zazzle is the best. Zazzle is the business in a box for POD lovers who want to excel at POD, which is print on demand for short. And then from our perspective, as much as, there is nobody else out there doing this coaching at this high level, that is why we charge things, sometimes even like what our mastermind clients are being charged $50,000 a year for us to coach them, because we help them get in 1 year over 50,000, like we get them their money back easily. And some people make over $200,000 more from the time that they started, from the time they finish. So we are now at a point in our career where, in terms of our coaching, that we have a lot of numbers to back up the way that we teach, the strategies that we teach, the courses that we have that really work when you put the effort in and you do the work and you get the feedback. And so that's what we're so proud of, is that we've empowered people all over the world from all different skill sets, backgrounds, whether, it doesn't matter whether you're creative or non-creative. We have helped so many people achieve this, and we're so proud to be able to say that we've helped them make over 160 million in sales in the last 7 years, which is awesome. And half of that came within the last 8 months. So as you can see, once you start, Zazzle's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but as you start and build the proper foundation and get your business up and running, then it starts to work. And the Zazzle store that you have, or stores, start to snowball in terms of their sales. And then those earnings start to snowball and extrapolate exponentially. If you want to do it in math terms, it's like a hockey stick, right? You start slow, and then all of a sudden your earnings go up really far and fast. And so that's why we can, it's not a surprise to us that at this point, our clients have pretty much doubled in the last, the sales have doubled in the last 8 months, because we're finally having this cohort come through that are doing so well in the training, and they keep coming back into the training, either through the same Profit by Design Academy course that we offer, or through one-on-one private coaching, or through our masterminds, which we're so excited to be able to do and to facilitate, where we just help people in such a big way. That's all I can say. And we're so excited for their success.
Yes. No, it's awesome. And
Can you tell I'm excited?
yeah, and I'm just blown away by the amount of Zazzle products that have been moved because of our coaching program and because of the strategies that we teach our clients, right? And the fact that we've just up leveled our own coaching clients' experiences on Zazzle, and the way that they are professional and showcase their brand and their product style. Because some of these people we've been working with for a couple of years now, right? And then also some people are brand new to our program, but just to see the progress of when they first come in, and then see them a year later and see them multiple years later, it's just really wonderful to know that they personally have also got this. Not only they're earning more money, but they are also in this transition of who they are as designers and artists and even business owners, right?
Yeah. And what's really important is that it's not just the cumulative amount of money, because we have a lot of students. It's the actual people themselves that are making the difference and earning the bigger and bigger dollars. From December 2023, we had 33 people who had reached $1 million in sales on the Zazzle platform. Now, in October of 2024, we have 45 people who have in total who have reached $1 million in sales on the Zazzle platform. So that is a huge, significant change too, because it takes a long time to get to that first level of 25,000 in earnings, which is silver, which means you've done $250,000 in sales. And then you have to basically, you have to 4 times that to get to 100,000, which is in earnings, which means you sold $1 million in US sales, right? You could have actually sold more, but it has to be US dollars that count towards this badge of gold. And that's why I keep talking about that. This is the minimum amount that is possibly out there in terms of our coaching effect on people's achievements, because someone could have sold 30% more in other countries without getting attributed to the gold badge, for example. So, but I'm getting into too many details probably. But so we basically helped get 12 more people to get to $1 million in sales. So that means that they've earned a lifetime earnings of $100,000 in our coaching program. Now, There's other people though that we're so excited about. I think we have, and I have the numbers. Like it's nine people who are. I better get it right. 9 people who are also at the $250,000 earning mark, which means they've sold 2.5 million platinum. And we have 7 who are at diamond, which means they've sold over $5 million in order to earn $500,000. And we have 3 people now that are over that $500,000 mark. And we have 1 person who is at over $700,000 in earnings. That's what Zazzle pays out. And that means that they've sold over $7 million on the platform. And that person in particular started out at 0. They weren't able to manage to do anything on the Zazzle platform for 5 years. They couldn't get it to work. And now they've made over $700,000 in payout from the Zazzle platform. So we're super excited to be able to share these results with you. Obviously, we can't give their store names. We can't tell you who they are in terms of their full identity because we have to keep their privacy. But these are real people, and they're so excited that they managed to find our coaching and to be able to say that, yeah, because they stayed with us and we helped them navigate through all of those things like starting, growing, scaling, and like mega multiplying to quantum leap numbers. That's the thing that's so challenging, but yet exciting because it's always on us, right? To make sure that we're giving all the coaching advice that we could possibly give to help them at the time that they're, in need of something to get them to the next level. But we're so excited because finally people are getting to the levels that we got to back in 2015. Because that's one of the reasons we started all this is because I personally and Jen also have Zazzle stores, and we've made a lot of money and sold a lot of Zazzle products. And we achieved all that back in, even back in the day, right? So the most important thing is that the strategies that we implemented and have now in our coaching program that we teach are working for our clients, because that's the most important, right? And that's where we get the most joy in coaching and helping people back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do actually have a question just on live here. So how long does it take to get a silver badge? And then there's
it really depends on whether or not, like, what you're doing, how your sales are going. Like, we've had some people who've gotten to silver within like 2 years, and then others who like just started with in 1 year, did all of our training, and earned about I can't remember, about almost $4,000, or they sold $400,000 in 40,000 in sales initially in the first year, but then in their second year they actually earned so they went from 3,000 to almost $100,000 in earnings of their second year. And so it maybe took them about 14 months, right? Others have taken a little longer, and it just really depends on your skill set, your ability to work, your willingness to, figure out what's really happening in your store and making sure that you keep going. And then you said, could it be quick with good SEO? Definitely. Products, or is there some sort of sandbox like with Google search? I don't know what that means in terms of the sandbox, but it is a combination of everything, and our 5 strategies cover all of that. So basically, you're building a business, right? You're creating the niche. You're looking into the niche. You're deciding on what customer you're going to target. You're going to develop products for that customer. You're going to make sure that they're all labeled properly with SEO so that your customer can find them, etc., etc. And then you're going to promote properly, right? And then you're going to check to see if things work, and you're going to move through that cycle of the 5 strategies in order for you to keep building your business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then also just results do vary depending obviously also on how like fast you can implement the certain strategies, and then also what niche you're in and what product types you sell, because obviously getting to silver is an amount in terms of your sales, but even just knowing the type of inventory that you have in your store is very important. And then also, yeah, who you cater to and what niche you're in as well. It's all very much in factors that affect your earnings, right? Every single individual unique person is different on the Zazzle platform. Even our results that we talk about for our top earners, that our top earners made certain sales because they were specific on a certain niche, right? And then vice versa from a different person. And they're all in different areas on the Zazzle platform. And so that's why I think in tying it all into like how we've helped our clients actually sell that amount of money online is that we are very intuitive of knowing, first of all, like things that are popular within certain niches. And also our coaching program is very interactive with our clients. And so the way that we coach is not only just telling you the 5 strategies with a pre-recorded like material, it's actually where you come to weekly coaching calls and we ask you questions and we talk to you and you provide questions and answers and also links to your store and products and things like that. And so each one of our coaching sessions each week is very different from the past one, because we're always like covering different material, right? And it's very much an interactive, almost like a brainstorming / masterclass within that hour, because each week is very different based on what questions are asked by our clients, and then how we also ask them more questions based on what they ask, right? Because each answer is very different based on the niche, the product type, the design, and then if it's a bulk order or if it's a single order, all of those things are very much, they all take into factors and into account, right? Yeah.
What I
And
really like too is that all the clients that we have, and especially the ones that we always are able to talk about because they've given us permission, in terms of, there's so many that are at the top that are selling well, but they're all in different niches and they all have different attributes and skill sets that they bring to the table. So it's not like one solution, but it's the as Jen said, the magic in our coaching is that there's enough room for everybody to excel and there's enough abundance for everybody to sell on the platform. And the reason is because each person brings their unique skill sets even to the same niche or to a different niche. And then then we just help them build a business around that, which is so great, because when people start to just go like, well, what product should I sell, or what niche should I be in, or how many products do I make? Those are all questions that have not explored your ability to run this business as a long-term viable, continuous 6-figure plus business a year. Instead, you're just looking at it from a short-term cash grab, and that's not the way to set up a business. And we're very much like, we don't like it when people just go like, oh, here's 150 niches that you can go, check out and just go do some work. That's busy work. We don't like that. We obviously, people want that. And we are more than happy to give you those free guides, which we can actually link to down below. But then you're still just stuck with a whole bunch of stuff that you can play with. But are you really, developing a business plan? Are you developing and deciding exactly what needs to be done at a certain point to excel within even one niche or one type of area that you want to build out into many sub niches? It's so important to know that each person can have their own viable business on this platform, which is the print-on-demand Zazzle, platform that we really love, without it being cookie cutter. I think that's the biggest thing. So, and sandbox means technically like limited traffic for new sellers, shoppers. Opposite situation is on Etsy, where new listing gets a boost. No, that's the really cool part about Zazzle, is that your listings work on their own because of the way you label them with SEO, because your listings get listed on the Zazzle marketplace. They also get sent to Google. So it's also a free search. And then if you post on Pinterest, which is what we suggest, that's also a search engine. And so you have 3 areas, even before you get into social media, where you can like big search areas, the Zazzle marketplace, Google, and Pinterest, where you can have your products seen if you tag them and label them properly. And it's interesting because Etsy and Shopify and all those make you jump through so many hoops, and they make you pay for ads, they make you pay for listings, they make you pay for so many different things. But on Zazzle, you just have to deliver really good products and label them properly. And
Yeah.
that's so hard. That's hard, but because that's what's making it so difficult everywhere. And Etsy and Shopify and Amazon, they all cover it up by going like, oh, well, you're going to be in a sandbox, or you're going to be this, or you have to pay for this to get seen, etc. And I think that's a real disservice to the sellers. And it's really important to know that Zazzle takes care of their sellers. Yes, they make you do a whole bunch of stuff. They make you do collections and mock-ups, but everything that you get told that you should do is all for the benefit of getting better searchability on its own organically, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
So
and
thank you for those questions. They really brought up a good topic.
yeah, and I think too of like we're catering to people if you haven't been on the Zazzle platform, or if you don't know what Zazzle is, or if you're used to a different platform compared to another one. Like Elke and I, we started our Zazzle businesses in 2007, and obviously the platform has changed since then and evolved and become more technologically advanced, and the design tool and all of those things. But the reason why we've stuck with it because for such a long time is because it's just an amazing all-inclusive all-in-one platform. Like there are so many things out there now for people who are wanting to get into print on demand, but there's so many different steps. So you have to find a print source, right? So Printful or Printify, and then you have to post the products for sale on your own website or Etsy, or you have to have a Shopify account. And then in addition to that, you have to like create your own design on another platform, let's say Canva, or even if you have your own graphics. So it's very viable, right? But it's also a lot of work. And on Zazzle, it's just all in one stop, right? You go onto the Zazzle platform and you open up your free account, and they already have products available for you to start posting for sale on their own in-house design platform, which is really amazing, because then you don't have to have all this other extra stuff that you have to look after or research or whatever. I just look at all these other moving parts for the print on demand platforms out there, and it's just a lot of work, right? And so if you're looking for a streamlined option for you, then Zazzle is the best one, and that's why we promote it, obviously, because we love the platform first of all, but then it's just so easy to use. Like obviously it's not easy to make money in terms of if you don't do the work you don't get the results, but it's easy for you to start and easy for you to implement the 5 strategies which Elke and I teach our clients to become potentially successful, right? And it's not a lot of hard workarounds or a lot of things to keep track of, and a lot of different accounts and passwords, and if you have to pay fees, etc. Like it's all just in one, and it's actually completely free, which is amazing. So as of this moment in time, from when we're doing this recording, like anybody can sign up, and there's no hidden fees, right? A lot of other platforms you have to either pay a cutback in percentages, or you have to have a listing fee like on Etsy or any other things like that. Or even if you wanted to, for example, do your own store, but then you have to now pay for a website and a domain and a Shopify account, like all those things cost money, and they're an investment into potentially making money for you, right? But Zazzle is this really wonderful entity that is like, it's completely free. So you don't have to worry about the fact that you're investing any money to not get any return back. The only investment, of course, is if you decide to come and get coaching, which we definitely recommend, because then you're not doing it on your own, and you're following a proven plan and following in the footsteps and the path that Elke and I have achieved those results. So you're not doing those things on your own, trying to see if it works. And then the other investment is just your own time, right? And if you have time during the week, we have clients from all around the world in different walks of life, with different jobs, with different backgrounds. So if you're in a 9-to-5 job right now, and maybe you have some time that's free on the weekends, well, your free time on the weekends is the only investment that you need to put into this Zazzle business, and potentially paid coaching, which a lot of people don't think about. And that's also something that I wanted to just really touch on, is that if you're here watching with us and then you're like, oh, well, I've heard about fitness coaches and health coaches and business coaches and all that, for whatever reason, we're really trying to make you understand that having a Zazzle coach is also very important, right? And it might not be on your radar where you're thinking, oh, I need to invest in a coach to get my Zazzle business up and running. You can definitely do it on your own because, like, as I mentioned, it's a free platform. Like, you don't need to pay us to start. However, if you want to get the right path and go on on your journey to the right way without all the trial and error, you have to understand that having a Zazzle coach is also a necessity. Just as if you were to want to get into shape and lose weight, or, X, Y, and Z, whatever other reason why you might hire a coach specifically, Zazzle is a very important investment in your life. We have some clients that if they hadn't invested in our coaching program, because they were very much on the fence of like if they should join or not, they had realized that the money that they invested in our coaching has now translated into a completely different change in lifestyle. Like, that's an important point, because not very many think of like, oh, if I invest in a coach today, what is it going to look like a year from now? But so many people in our coaching community and our clients have literally changed their lives. They've changed their lifestyle and the way that they buy certain things. They've changed the way that they are able to provide for their family. They've changed the fact that maybe they're not in debt anymore, right? And so the investment in their business changed literally their lifestyle. And that's not on everybody's radar, especially if you're just first starting out, or if you just found Zazzle or came across it. It's not something that you really have already pre-planned, right? And you're like, okay, well, now I need a Zazzle coach. And so that's something that just both Elke and I want to welcome you to the idea to, because it's not it's actually hurting your business if you don't get the help, right? If you want to learn how to do something, you open up a book, you look it up online, you read it internet, you listen to a podcast, all those things. And so Zazzle is the exact same, is that you need guidance from people who have achieved the results that you want to achieve, because you don't want to do it the long way, right? And so, yeah, that's me just plugging in and saying that Zazzle coaches are very important. If I hadn't implemented the 5 strategies that Elke actually originally created, I wouldn't have made the money that I made on my Zazzle business. I'd probably still be flailing, trying to figure things out. Or the fact that we both, Elke and I, probably would have given up, because we're like, in our first years, both Elke and I made $90. And that's, if you divide 90 by 365, it's like we're making less than pennies a day, right? And so if we decided to not invest in ourselves, and at this point in time when Elke and I first started, there wasn't the Zazzle course available, but Elke is a very smart woman and decided that she could do it on her own, and she did, right? She created the 5 strategies, which we now teach thousands of people all across the world. And if we hadn't implemented those 5 strategies back in 2007, 2008, I'm sure Elke and I probably would have given up on Zazzle, or moved along, or did something different, or never even thought it was a viable business plan, because who's to say that, like $90 a year can't support you, right? And so if you're in that same sort of boat where you're thinking, okay, well, I need help and I really want to invest in my business, and I know that this is an opportunity, I just don't have the right way yet, it's because you haven't gotten or sought the right guidance or implemented the right things. And you can definitely be listening here on our free podcast / YouTube channel, and then absorbing all the free information, but know that there's just so much more above and beyond, and actually participating. And when you invest in your business, it means so much more to you, right? You have more of a drive to make it work because you've invested in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just want to, Jen mentioned a whole bunch of points that are really good, so I just want to reiterate. I think that's the key for us as well. Like, as Jen said, thank you very much for telling me I'm a smart woman, but I was also an incredibly obsessed woman, because I really needed to get this to work. And since there were no other people out there to be able to help me on the Zazzle platform, I had to go and find business training from other places and then figure out how to apply it to the Zazzle platform, because it's a very unique platform. And that's how the strategies evolved. I mean, I didn't sort of start on, when I made my first bigger year where it was 5 figures in earnings, I didn't go like, well, I developed the 5 strategies, so now it's all going to work. Instead, it was just like, oh, thank God that's finally working. How else, like, what did I do that made that work? And I think that would be your process, right? If you were now to start and you just kind of go like, okay, I'll try this, and then I'll try that, and then shoot, that's not working. But not a lot of people have the same obsession as I did, where I go like, I'm not going to give up till this does work, right? And we've seen that with a lot of people who have tried their best. And honestly, that's what you've done, right? You've tried your best. And then you start to get upset and you start to, think it's you, or that it wasn't meant for you, or that there's, something else that's going on in terms of like you're just not a businesswoman or something, or a businessman. And, that's when you start to go down the rabbit hole of terrible thoughts, and you realize that this isn't about you. It's actually just you. The only thing about you that is a problem is that you decide to not take action that is meant to get you where you want to go, right? Instead, you're trying to be like a 5 6 figure business person without having the skills and knowledge to actually create that business for you, right? And then we take it personally, and we just go like, well, I can't be, or I can't do it, or whatever. And unfortunately, that really makes it difficult, right? It makes it hard for you. And I've seen so many, like I almost want to just go give everybody a hug who's posted something online where they go like, well, I've tried Zazzle for 5 years or 2 years, and yeah, it's slow, and you won't get a payout for too much, and then you don't expect to earn so much. And then it's like, but are you taking the right action steps? Because there's people over here in our camp that are doing so well. So like, did you not hear about us? Did you not like, it's not that we want to sell you a course. We are here because we're Zazzle designers who struggle the same way you are. And once we figured it out, we go like, let's share. Let's actually make it possible for so many other people to succeed. There's abundance for everybody, right? And that's what happened. And that's why we're where we are today. We're so excited because we were introverts, still are. We didn't really feel like talking to anybody. That's why we brought a Zazzle platform. But now that we've done that, we've stepped out of our comfort zone. We got the training we needed. We set it up so that people on Zazzle can figure it out in the language that's necessary for Zazzle, so that it's like, what step do I do here? What do I do first? How do I get from here to this spot? And how do I start to scale my business, etc.? All of those questions. How many products? What product should I do? It's all there for you, right? Because I had those questions. Jen had those questions. We know exactly how you feel. And you know how also we know how you would love to feel? Amazing. We would love to have you feel excited. We would love to have you feel confident. We would love to have you feel empowered. And that's actually our mission statement. Everyone who starts in our, like, we have people that work for us now to help support our community. Each one of them gets told our mission statement, which is to empower creatives to become independent financially using the Zazzle platform. That says it all, right? And that's what we really want from you, for you. And so if you're listening to this and any of this resonates with you, like, it's not just about using Zazzle. It's not just about, oh, I need a POD business because I want to make bucks. It's not, it's everything, right? It's like Jen said, lifestyle, it's community, it's empowerment, it's a way of life. Because once you actually get your business going, it's not just that we're going to try and grab some of this money. Like, it's estimated that in the next every year, the print on demand industry grows by 25%. So that by 2032, it's estimated that every year there will be over $67 billion spent of a customer purchasing something through a POD type option. Isn't that amazing? So if it's growing that much, it's such a great industry. You are literally like have an open doors to anything that you want to do, especially on the Zazzle platform, to make the money. There's no limits. There's no reviews. There's no so all you really need is a good business plan, some people to support you, and to get really excited behind you so that you keep going, because it's a business. It's not going to happen overnight, and we want to have it as a scalable, consistent, profitable business year after year. So if that's what you want, then we are here and ready for you.
Mm-hmm. No, we're really excited. Yeah. And then, I mean, that being said, too, at the time of this recording, we have an opportunity for you to join one of our free master classes. And
Yeah.
the link is in the description of this video. And we're doing a master class session each day during this week, pretty much, except Wednesday. You can click the link and check the schedule. Each day is the same masterclass presentation, so you only have to sign up once. But we are talking about amplifying your Zazzle sales in 1 month. And it's definitely a masterclass that you don't want to miss out on. It's completely free. And so you can join us for that during this week if you'd like, and learn more about what the 5 strategies are and why they're so important.
Well, thank you so much for being here for half an hour with us. I hope this is inspiring you to check out Zazzle, to check out more of what we offer. You can watch so much, like in terms of YouTube videos. We have a podcast, we have a blog, we have everything possible under the sun. But the most important thing is join our masterclass because it's free and live this week if you can. And if you're watching this after the masterclasses are over, then just keep checking out all of our free stuff or join our Profit by Design Academy coaching program.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for staying here with us, and we will hopefully see you in the masterclass or in the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. All right.
Take care.
Bye.